sleep. Okay, don't worry. I'm gonna stay with you, okay? And I'll help you drift off to sleep. What happened? You having a nightmare? Yeah, I know that happens sometimes, doesn't it? Well, it's okay. Remember what I told you? Nightmares are not real, and they can't hurt you, okay? They are scary though, I know. I'll just stay with you, okay? Shh. You'll be okay. I used to always rub your nose for you when you were a baby to help you drift off to sleep. It worked every single time. Mum always used to give you to me to hold to help you sleep because I was really, really good at it. Shh, it's okay. Just snuggle down. I'm gonna stay with you. Okay? Shh. That's it. You just relax and lay your head down on your pillow. That's it. Nice and comfy. Nice and cozy. You'll be okay. You can snuggle into me if you want to. Hey, I have an idea. How about I read you a bedtime story? Do you think that would help? Yeah, well, actually, more than one bedtime story. I'll show you. I have this book. I bought this just the other day. What it is, 365 bedtime stories and rhymes. So most of them are really short, like 1 page long, and some of them are 2 pages. So we could probably get through a few. If you want, I can read you a few. What do you say? Yeah? Is that a good idea? Perfect. Okay. Well, just make sure you snuggle down. You can keep your eyes open for a bit if you want. Look at the lovely pictures. But when you start to feel your eyes get heavy and sleepy, don't try to resist, okay? Just go with it and close your eyes. You'll know when. Your eyes will tell you when it's time. Okay, darling? Good. Let's have a look and see what we've got first. Perfect. The first one is Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. I know that's one of your favorites. Okay, so you should probably like this one. Okay. You ready? Good. I'll just keep rubbing your nose when I can, okay? Ready? Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks who had beautiful golden She soon strayed far from home and began to feel hungry. Just as she was thinking about going home, a delicious smell wafted through the woods. She followed it all the way to a little cottage. I wonder who lives there, thought Goldilocks. She knocked on the door, but there was no answer. As Goldilocks pushed gently on the door, it swung open and Goldilocks stepped inside. The delicious smell was coming from 1, 2, 3 bowls of steaming porridge on a table. There was a great big bowl, a middle-sized bowl, and a teeny tiny bowl. Goldilocks was so hungry, she tried the porridge in the big bowl first. Oh, too hot, she said. Next, she tasted the porridge in the middle-sized bowl. Yuck, too cold, she spluttered. So Goldilocks tried the porridge in the teeny tiny bowl. Yum, she said, just right. And she ate it all up. Shh. Goldilocks saw 3 comfy chairs by the fire. There was a great big chair, a middle-sized chair, and a teeny tiny chair. Just a place for a nap, yawned Goldilocks sleepily. She tried to scramble onto the biggest chair. Too high up, she gasped, sliding to the ground. Next, Goldilocks tried the middle-sized chair, but she sank into the cushions. Too squishy, she grumbled. So Goldilocks tried the teeny tiny chair. Just right, she sighed, settling down. But Goldilocks was full of porridge and far too heavy for the teeny tiny chair. It squeaked and creaked and creaked again and cracked and then crash. It broke into teeny tiny pieces and Goldilocks fell to the floor. Ouch, she said. Goldilocks climbed up the stairs. At the top, she found a bedroom with 3 beds. There was a great big bed, a middle-sized bed, and a teeny tiny bed. I'll just lie down for a while, yawned Goldilocks. So she clambered on to the biggest bed. Too hard, she grumbled. Then she lay down on the middle-sized bed. Too soft, she mumbled. So she snuggled down into the teeny tiny bed. Just right, she sighed, and she fell fast asleep. Meanwhile, a great big daddy bear, a middle-sized mummy bear, and a teeny tiny baby bear returned home from their walk in the woods. The porridge should be cool enough to eat now, said Mummy Bear. So the 3 bears went inside their cottage for breakfast. Someone's been eating my porridge, growled Daddy Bear, looking at his bowl. Someone's been eating my porridge, gasped Mummy Bear, looking in her bowl. Someone's been eating my porridge, squeaked Baby Bear, and they've eaten it all up. Then Daddy Bear went over to his chair. Someone's been sitting in my chair, he roared. There's a golden hair on it. Someone's been sitting in my chair, growled Mummy Bear. The cushions are all squashed. Someone's been sitting in my chair, cried Baby Bear, and they've broken it. The 3 bears stomped upstairs. Daddy Bear looked at his crumpled bed covers. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, he grumbled. Mummy Bear looked at the jumbled pillows on her bed. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, she said. Baby Bear paddled over to his bed. Someone's been sleeping in my bed, he cried, and she's still there. At that moment, Goldilocks woke up. When she saw the 3 bears, she leaped out of bed, ran down the stairs, through the door and into the woods, all the way home. And she never visited the house of the 3 bears ever again. The end. Okay, I'll do a couple more for you, okay, darling? That's it. I can tell you're starting to get sleepy now, so just rest your eyes, okay? I think the next ones are rhymes and songs, okay? More than stories, so let's have a look. You ready? Okay, this one is a nursery rhyme, and it's called Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, okay? Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. When the blazing sun is gone, when he nothing shines upon, then you show your little light. Twinkle, twinkle, all the night. Shh. That's it. Good. You just close your eyes. Just close your eyes. And see what else there is. Do a couple more for you, okay? Okay, how about this one? It's called The Little Red Hen. Okay, and it's a story. There was once a little red hen who lived on a farm with her friends. A sleepy cat, a lazy pig, and a stuck-up duck. One day, the little red hen found some grains of wheat. If I plant these, she thought, they will grow tall and strong and make more wheat. She went to see her friends. Who will help me plant these grains of wheat? She asked. Not I, meowed the cat. Not I, snorted the pig. Not I, quacked the duck. So the little red hen planted the grains of wheat and tended to the growing wheat all summer. At last, the wheat was ready to harvest. Who will help me harvest the wheat? The little red hen asked her friends. Not I, meowed the cat. Not I, snorted the pig. And not I, quacked the duck. So the little red hen harvested the wheat help me carry the harvested wheat to the mill?" she asked. "Not I," meowed the cat. "Not I," snorted the pig. "And not I," quacked the duck. So the little red hen carried the heavy sack of wheat to the mill, where the kind miller ground it to flour. "Who will help me bake a loaf of bread with this flour?" she asked. "Not I," meowed the cat. "Not I," snorted the pig. "And not I," quacked the duck. So the little red hen baked a loaf of bread all by herself. "Who will help me eat this delicious bread?" the little red hen asked quietly. "I will," meowed the cat. "I will," snorted the pig. "And I will," quacked the duck. "No, you will not," cried the little red hen. "I did all the work and no one helped. My chicks and I will eat the loaf." And the little red hen and her little chicks ate up every crumb of the hot, fresh bread. Let's do this one. It's just a short one, page 1, okay? And it's called Counting Stars. It's the picture. Okay. Can you see? There we go. Okay, you ready? This book is quite heavy to hold, so we'll probably just do 2 more, okay? And then I'll pop the book down and just keep stroking your nose until you fall asleep. Okay? Good. Tomorrow was Little Panda's first day at school, and she was very excited. Daddy tucked her in bed, but she was too wide awake to close her eyes. "I wonder what new friends I'll meet," she said. "I can't wait to find my desk and meet my teacher. School is going to be so much fun." Daddy tried to make Little Panda feel sleepy. He read stories, he sang lullabies, and he stroked her soft fur, but she was still wide awake. "All right," he said, "whatever you do, don't go to sleep. You must stay awake until you have counted every single star in the sky." The sky was crowded with twinkling stars. Little Panda started to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and before she reached number 10, Little Panda's eyelids had drooped and she'd fallen fast asleep. And what did she dream about? Her first day at school, of course. Okay. Let's change to a different page. Okay, I found another one that might be a really sweet story. You ready? It's called Puss in Boots, like from Shrek. Okay? Good. There was once an old miller who had 3 sons. When the miller died, he left the mill to his oldest son. The middle son was given the donkeys. The youngest son, a kind man who would always put his father brothers before himself, was left nothing but his father's cat. "What will become of me?" sighed the miller's son, looking at his cat. "Buy me a fine pair of boots, and I will help you make your fortune, just as your father had wished," replied the cat. A talking cat? The miller's son could not believe his ears. He bought the cat a fine pair of boots, and the two of them set off to seek their fortune. After a while, they came to a grand palace. "I wish I could live so grandly," sighed the miller's son. Later, the cat went hunting and caught a rabbit. He put it in a sack and took it to the king. "A gift from my master, the Marquis of Carabas," said the cat, pretending the miller's son was a grand nobleman. "Now the king will want to know all about you," laughed the cat when he told his master what he had done. The cat delivered gifts all of that week, and the king became very curious. So much so that he decided his daughter should meet the mysterious Marquis of Carabas. The clever cat rushed back to his master, telling him to take off all his clothes and stand in the river by the side of the road. The puzzled miller's son did so as he was told, and the cat quickly hid his master's tattered clothes behind a rock. When the cat heard the king's carriage coming, he jumped out into the road. "Your Majesty," cried the cat, "my master's clothes were stolen while he was bathing in the river." The king gave the miller's son a suit of fine clothes to wear and invited him into the carriage. The miller's son looked very handsome in his new suit, and the king's daughter fell in love with him at once. Meanwhile, the cat quickly ran on ahead. Every time he met people working in the fields, he told them, "If the king stops to ask you who owns this land, you must tell him it belongs to the Marquis of Carabas." Beyond the fields, the cat reached a grand castle belonging to a fierce ogre. The cat bravely knocked on the door and called out, "I have heard that you are a very clever ogre, and I would like to see what tricks you can do." The ogre, who liked to show off his tricks, immediately changed himself into a snarling lion. "Very clever," said the cat, "but a lion is large, and I think it would be more impressive to change into a tiny mouse." At once, the ogre changed into a little mouse, and the cat pounced on him and ate him up. Then the cat went into the castle. He told all the servants that the new master was the Marquis of Carabas, and that the king was coming to visit them. When the king arrived at the castle, the cat purred, "Your Majesty, welcome to the home of the Marquis of Carabas." The cunning cat told his master to ask the king for his daughter's hand in marriage, and that's what he did. The king, impressed by the nobleman's wealth, agreed, and soon the Marquis of Carabas and the princess were married. The cat was made a lord of their court and was given the most splendid clothes, which he wore proudly with his fine boots, and they all lived happily ever after. Don't really like that one, to be honest. I think it sends not a very good message about life. cheating, so it's just a story. I'm gonna pop the book down now, okay? Okay, just keep your eyes closed. That's it. That's it. Just keep your eyes closed. I'm not gonna leave you. I'm gonna stay here with you until you drift off to sleep, okay? That's it. That's it. You're gonna be okay. You're not gonna have any more nightmares. You're gonna drift off